Welcome to Vernon Reno's Master Control Center. This is going to be episode number 109. Master Control has moved into the back room of the house, and it's also bad hair day. A lot of the footage we'll be seeing has bad hair, so I figured, what the hell. Right? Yeah, I'm using notes. My brain is fried, I just can't think today. So today we're going to be doing some footage in the from the back room, from the bathroom. Pretty exciting, really. You know, some puttying, taping, priming, stuff like that. Pretty exciting, like I say. Anyway, we'll see you back here in a few minutes. So all the black paper is along this wall. It's taking it all off. Those stupid staples and whatnot I'm still going to deal with, and a few nails here and there. There's tar paper around the openings, and of course this was built on. This room was built on after the original house, so the paper actually goes behind the wall, so I'll have to take an X-Acto knife and cut down to get the edges of it so it's nice and clean and whatnot. And the same with around the door. But it came off rather easy. Well, let's just say I was expecting it to be difficult, so now I'm worried that there's something else that's going to go wrong. Yeah, there you go. Alright, get to work. So while I've been busy in the other room, Reg has been in here doing the initial puttying for the drywall that we put in. How's it going, Reg? So I see you've puttied it all up, and looks like you've done the initial sanding. This has all been nicely sanded down, and it's ready for a thin layer of putty. And then we'll put the tape on. Smooth the tape into the putty, and then we'll put another layer of putty over top of that. Sand it all down. Bob's your uncle. It'll all be held nice together. You won't even know that there's 16,000 pieces of drywall all fucked up. Not that I fucked it up. Reg didn't fuck it up either. You're a good guy, Reg. Yeah. So we putted up all the holes that were bigger than 1/8 of an inch. All the gaps. And yeah, we're ready to go. Let's get to it, shall we? So we're going to start by taping the corners. Apparently that's what you're supposed to do. So we're going to run a thin coat of drywall filler along both sides. Then we're going to put the tape on, and we're going to smooth the tape into the putty. I don't have one of those 90-degree metal things to do it, so I've taken a piece of wood and I've sanded all the corners. We'll see if that works. If it works, then golly gee whiz, I saved myself 20 bucks on a tool that I only need to use twice. Then comes the hard part. Let's see if it actually works, eh? The challenge is going to be getting both sides done. I can see already in the heat. It's a little warm up here. It's about 35, 36, 37 degrees Celsius during the day. For those of you that can't figure it out, to the old system, that's about 103 to 107 degrees. Which, you know, if you're in Vegas, the weatherman there, if I remember correctly, he says it doesn't get hot until it's at least 115. But this isn't Vegas. Alright. Let's try and get our paper in before that dries. Well, so much for that. dried a bit too quickly. No. I guess we'll just have to go faster and faster. Warp speed. Alright. Well, I think that actually worked. We'll let that set up and dry. Now we just got to do the other corner and all the rest of them. I'll spare you that though. That was probably boring enough. It was boring for me and I was doing it. So maybe a couple scenes. So we've got this side done. Just going to do this and this and you know, come back later and see what a mess I've actually made of it. I haven't had the camera on for most of it because obviously the light for the extra, you know, camera thing dries everything out quicker because it's putting out 500 watts. So needless to say, it's drying this out faster than I want it to. Warp speed. Kind of weird. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about the crucifixion, about the Pharisees and stuff like that. I don't know why. Popped into my head, along with a lot of other things that pop into my head while I'm concentrating, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. I'm a weird guy. What can I say? What was it? Yesterday I was thinking about Sensu. So, well, maybe I'll have to write a book, you know? I mean, there's a... I mean, obviously Sensu wrote The Art of War. I'll have to write one based on those principles, you know, on the Art of Reno. Or something I know even better, the Art of Sloth. That'd be a top seller, actually. I know there's a poker book that's based on the Art of War, so I think I've got it. I just haven't read it. You know, I'll get to these things eventually, you know, when I'm dead, maybe. But I didn't do a very good job of cleaning that wall off, did I? Where did my cloth go? I can still see dust on it. Hey, you can probably see that now, too. Whose house runs house? Or in this case, Grandma's house. You know, I think it wasn't just a matter that I did a bad job. I think I just forgot to do this whole side. Or maybe I did do a bad job. I have to wear a mask while I'm puttying. That shouldn't be. Right? Alright, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Damn! Wish the first one I'd done had been this good. Damn! I'm gonna have to teach classes on this. Not. So, on the tape, I put the second coat of putty on. We'll sand that down. That'll be good to go. And over here, with the corner, I had to build it up to the same level as the wall that used to be there on this side and just above here, so I've had to build it up and whatnot. So, my God, Jim, I'm beginning to think I can cure the common cold. So that'll have to go over it one more time, and there's a couple spots where it doesn't line up along the edge, and But I think that's because the putty was starting to dry out as I was still trying to work. So it's a little thick, so it's going to take at least 24 hours for that to fully dry. So, took the paper off. Yeah. Gonna clean the wall. Gonna use this, it's a bristly type thing. I don't know what it's actually for, but whatever. I mean, there's splinters and whatnot, so if I use a regular mop or whatever made of foam or some shit, it'll just rip it to shreds. So I'm just gonna use this. Pretty exciting, huh? Oh, that's going to take a while. Yeah. So I still have to finish cleaning the ceiling. I'm going to have to retape and re-putty a couple spots on the wall. And then seal it with a stain sealer. Otherwise the stain, which is actually tannic acid, it'll just bleach through into the new paint and primer and everything. So this is probably a bad idea. It's mop cam. I see myself having to buy a new camera. Wow, pretty exciting, huh? So I've done my final coat of putty and we've sanded it. Now we're ready to prime. We're going to have fun with that. 2 different kinds of prime. One for the new drywall, one for the old. Yeah. Anyway, so the antifungal stuff was already put on. So no worries about that. Yes, 2 priming. Two. If you're wondering why everything's so disjointed in the videos sometimes, don't forget I'm working on several things at once. So while paint is drying or while putty is drying or whatever, you know, I'm busy doing something else. Theoretically, I'm busy doing something else. I could be sitting on my ass, but chances are I'm busy doing something else. Right now, Reg is in the other room getting the ceiling ready. In the back room. Yeah, he's getting the ceiling ready for priming. Oh dear. Alright, let's get to it. It's not going to do it on its own. I don't even have to really do a good job on this because we're covering it with tile. Maybe not in this episode, though. I love that. Well, how am I supposed to know what's going to happen by the time I edit it? Alright, so while this is drying, the primer on the brand new drywall, let's go check in with Reg. Reg is sanding in the back bedroom. And let's go check on his progress, and then we can start putting the stain sealer. Hey, Reg, is it ready for the stain sealer now? Yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 7 spots on the ceiling that need to have the stain sealed before we put the primer on, otherwise it'll just bleed through the primer after a certain length of time. These are all water stains from when the roof leaked long before the new roof got put in, obviously. Anyway, let's get to it. Beautiful stuff. Stinks. Maybe I'll move the stool. Or fall on my ass. That wouldn't be such a bad thing, but I might spill the stain sealer. So 15 minutes to dry tacky, 45 before you can paint it. So let's get the rest of them done. I'll tell you one thing, this stuff, if it gets on the skin, it sure as hell burns. I actually got some on and went and washed it off. I'm like, holy crap, that shouldn't hurt that much. Then I read the label. Well, I mean, I read the label first, you know, shake it, dry, good surface, all that crap. But it didn't say anything about, you know, poison or anything like that, except in small print down at the bottom for treatment. And I read treatment, and it's like, oh, if it gets on your skin, rinse it well with water. It may cause irritation. Oh, we'll see if my skin turns purple later. But, you live, you learn, right? Hopefully I live. I mean, so far I think I've overcome the Legionnaire's disease and all the dead bodies in the basement that the painters think are down there. And alright, next one. Now, you know that old adage, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Well, I've spilled the damn stuff on me 3 times, so I put a rubber glove on. Like, yeah, only one rubber glove. But this is the one that keeps dripping on, so that's the one I put it on. So there. You know that trick of blowing the glove when it's inside out? It actually worked, I did that. Of course, getting it on, it's a size medium glove. That was a little difficult, considering I've got large hands. Well, we hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed that little episode, and we're going to try and get a whole bunch more edited now that we're moved to a semi-permanent location, and I've actually hooked everything back up. It's been sitting on the floor for, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, not being used, so obviously I have a lot of footage to edit again. Not that I didn't already, so it's backed up even more. So I will try to get a few more out as quickly as possible. Alrighty? Alright. Hope you're celebrating Bad Hair Day too. Okay.